All right, so we're going to have a look at turtle offense. We'll start just in the turtle position here. Rather than having the knee, this knee beside my partner's knee, which can be good, but I feel like I'm a little bit too forward here, okay? And I feel like my weight, a lot of it tends to go through this leg on the ground rather than actually through my partner. So it's a lot easier, I find, for him to then move his hips back, start to work to an underhook, or do an outside roll like this to then counter the position. What tends to work better is using a knee behind the butt like this, okay? So blocking the hips from moving back with the leg. And then I put my left leg instead beside my partner's knee. So now I'm blocking not only him moving back, I'm also blocking my partner moving to the left. And then my right arm is here, okay? I don't go too deep with the arm. Like I said, I don't want him to catch me above the elbow and then do a roll, okay? So I want to pull that elbow sort of back, keep it sort of positioned on the hip with just my hand and wrist inside, okay? So then if my partner does reach back to catch the arm, all right, it's very hard for him to actually catch my elbow. I can always sort of withdraw the arm if I need to. So from here, you've got now your 3 blocks in place. I'm going to shift away from my partner, and as I shift away, I'm sort of going to use like a false grip here or a scoop grip on the hip to then pull my partner down to the ground, okay? So I just use my hand here, I shift away like this, and as I shift, I pull my partner at the same time, okay? Just to get his hip to the mat. This works best when my partner has a narrow base. So if he's got that sort of narrow, he's turtling up like this, he's not giving me any space to put hooks in. Obviously, if he's wide open, and the legs are apart, arms are apart, I can just start to work a near side hook in like this, okay? Or I can look at throwing a far side hook in and then transitioning to the other side. But more commonly or not, people tend to stay tight, okay, which means when their legs are narrow or their knees are close together, they don't have a good base when they're getting pulled side to side. So when I notice this, I want to start to move away, okay, so I do a quick shift away and then pull, the grip sort of rotates up to the hip, and then I pull my partner to the mat, okay? As my partner gets to the mat, very important for me now to place weight on my partner's hip. I can do this either with my forearm, like this, so I drop my weight through my forearm to pin the hip to the mat, or I can transition to a knee, okay, like this. More commonly, my partner is going to start to then rotate back to their knees. As they do that, because of the weight pressuring through the hip, I slow them down a lot, okay? And what they need to do then to rotate back to the knees is they straighten this bottom leg. As they do that, so as they now rotate back up, this allows me to sort of track them, and I slide my bottom hook in, okay, as they rotate back to turtle. So now I end up with one hook in, my leg's still behind, and I can start to look at transitioning, okay, to a power half, where I go over the head. This one stays as an underhook. I lock up a 10-finger grip, okay? And then I start to pressure the head down, okay? And this forearm here will start to work up the shoulder, like so. Keep in mind, I sort of want to stay inside the shoulder line here. I don't want to move too close to the elbow, otherwise my partner can actually straighten their arm. So you can actually straighten the arm up, and then swim that arm out. So I want to keep under the shoulder here. Left arm, I want to sort of rotate high up the head, so midway or higher, to then leaving my partner's head down towards the mat. Now I can start to fall, okay, to the left side as I leave the partner down to the mat, start to fall, hip escape, to then take the back. I can use a scoop grip. So we're here. Partner's got a narrow base. I end up with left knee beside their knee, right knee up on my toes, knee behind the butt, and I've got a fairly loose grip on the hip, but elbow connection, okay? I move away, knock my partner to the mat, and now straight away I'm putting weight through my partner's hip because I expect them not to roll towards me and give up side control, but to roll away again, okay? As they do that, see how my hook slides in to place as my partner goes up to their knees, and now I've got the one hook in, okay? Obviously, if there's space on this far side, I can just throw my second hook in, okay? And now start to work back control. But more commonly or not, they close off this space, which then means I need to then use a reverse power half like this, okay, on the head, where I start to then rotate the head towards the mat, okay, pull the shoulder towards me, we fall. I then use a scoop grip on the shoulder to elevate my partner's head. I swim under, and now I catch the back. Second hook, okay, I can rotate over the top and put in, or I go bottom hook up to the hip and then heel to heel. If you struggle with this reverse power half here, okay, so if I struggle with this, I need to actually use a grip on the hip again, and I can actually just fall and pull my partner's hip to the mat, okay? What I like to do in sync is actually block the tricep so my partner can't base up with the elbow. So I block as I pull the hip, and I kind of push the arm this way, okay? So I start to push, pull, 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 controlling the hip still, okay? Now my hand will transition to a seatbelt, pulling nice and tight, and then same thing, bottom hook to the top hip, and then heel to finish. So a slightly easier transition. If your partner's good at sort of blocking the power half, which some people will just straighten this right arm and sort of turn their head, yep. And now this makes it hard. Okay, so instead, I'm gonna block the arm, hook the hip, start to fall again, okay? So I pull, catch, seatbelt, hip escape if I need to, and then bottom hook to the top, and then heel to heel. So as you can see, knee behind, hooking the hip, left knee beside my partner's leg. I pull away, okay, to knock my partner to a hip. Pressure now goes straight through the hip. All my weight, I'm dropping through this right arm, okay? Or I can transition my knee to the hip instead. As my partner now rolls up, my hook slides in, okay? And I end up now with one hook in on the back. From here, you've got that reverse power half, which I'll come through. I can start to rotate my partner's head towards the mat, okay, and elevate the shoulder up. And now from here, we can start to fall. I'll catch, seatbelt, and then put my hook to the top, and then heel to finish. Otherwise, second back transition, a little bit simpler. Block the tricep, hook the hip, I push the arm, okay, or block the arm at least, and then I start to hip escape, pull the hip, okay, towards me. Now I go to my seatbelt grip, and now from here, bottom hook goes up, and I go heel to finish.